The honourable member for Morris.
Mr. Speaker, approximately 2 weeks ago, the president of the Swan Valley Sport Fishing Enhancement Group had launched a boat at Selkirk Park. There he saw conservation staff with one of the new decontamination units. Unfortunately, Mr. Speaker, when they got out of the water at 4 p.m., the decontamination unit was no longer there. Can the minister explain how closing the decontamination units at 4 p.m. is part of his zebra mussel containment strategy?
The Honourable Minister of Conservation.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I want to thank the member opposite for the question. It gives me an opportunity to elaborate somewhat on the program this government has in place to address the zebra mussel issue. But first of all, I would like to acknowledge the work of the previous Minister of Conservation and Water Stewardship, who took, I would have to describe it as unprecedented action last year to try and control the spread of these mussels in, I think, 4 harbors in Lake Winnipeg, something that was unprecedented, much appreciated, and we are continuing on, Mr. Speaker, this year with Phase 2, because, yes, unfortunately, another zebra mussel was discovered on a dock on a tributary adjacent to the Red River. And it's important that this zebra mussel...
Order, please. The Honourable Minister's time on this question has elapsed. The Honourable Member for Morris.
Mr. Speaker, the only thing unprecedented is this minister's incompetence and that of his government when it comes to dealing with the zebra mussel infestation. Mr. Speaker, the fishers in question said, and I quote, they were surprised and disappointed that those people, those conservation staff attending the decontamination unit were no longer there at 4 p.m. when the majority of fishers were still out on the water. Again, I ask the minister, how is the removal of decontamination units at 4 p.m. part of his containment strategy?
The Honourable Minister of Conservation.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I just wanted to continue on the theme that I was going down before my time ran out last time, and that was on the issue of public awareness. Mr. Speaker, this is what is fundamental when it comes to the control of zebra mussels. It's making Manitobans, and not just Manitobans, but all the people who come to our beautiful province to visit and enjoy our lakes and our fishing and all our recreational activities. It's important that they understand each and every one of us has a role to play in controlling zebra mussels. The fact that this individual discovered this zebra mussel on his dock, was aware of the programs, brought it to our attention, proves that our program is working, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much.
Honourable Member for Morris.
The only thing not working is the minister. I would like to table the article in question, Mr. Speaker, and note that, as according to the article, the president of the Swan Valley Sport Fishing Enhancement Group, whose boat was not decontaminated, although he would have appreciated that opportunity, said, and I quote, "This will not help stop the spread of zebra mussels." Mr. Speaker, why was that opportunity not made available? How is removing the decontamination unit at 4 p.m. when the majority of fishers are still out on the water part of this government's decontamination strategy?
The Honourable Minister of Conservation.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. If the member opposite wants to know who is the problem, he should look in the mirror, because we have a bill. Mr. Speaker, we have a bill before this legislature, Bill number 12, designed specifically to deal with aquatic invasive species. This bill has been on the books for, well, until last Christmas, I think, or before. We're still waiting, Mr. Speaker. Will the members opposite cooperate with us and try and expedite the passage of Bill 12 as quickly as possible so that our people, our conservation officers, have the enforcement powers to put our programs into effect? I ask that of members opposite, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.